Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm AK Mulford, a full-time author and part-time chaos gremlin, sharing with you behind-the-scenes author life and helpful but unhinged writing advice. And today we're going to attempt to write 30K in 3 days again for the second time this month. Now each of these attempts are very different. The first one that I vlogged and you can watch on my channel, I was doing at a hotel. I was finishing a fantasy book called Dreamslayer. Very different circumstances. Also, I was doing it alone. I wasn't doing it with my 3-day 30K writing challenge group. It will be very different. I think there will be pros and cons to doing this challenge at home. First, I think it will be more realistic for a lot of other people who are watching and hoping to feel inspired to do a challenge like this themselves. I know a lot of us can't always go away to get our writing done. We have to do it with kids at home and things going on and life happening. I feel like this will be a kind of more honest representation of what it's like for me when I try and do these short writing challenges. So some of the pros to doing the challenge at home is that I know I'm going to be sleeping better. Like in the hotel, it was really nice to have all of that quiet time to myself, but also new bed, new noises. I didn't sleep as well as I know I'll sleep at home. Another advantage to this time around is I'm starting a brand new book. I'm switching from my dark fantasy Dreamslayer that I just finished in my last 3-day 30K challenge, and now I'm pivoting into my rom-com series. I'm writing the 5th book in my Zookeeper rom-com series called Hold Your Horses, and that's going to be really fun. It's a contemporary book. I find I write those a lot faster. There's a lot less world building. It's already the 5th book in a series, so the world is already created, so I can really just play in it. I think that that will go a lot faster than finishing the end of Dreamslayer did, but we shall see. Famous last words. There will definitely be some new challenges. I'm at home, I've got the kids at home. My littlest, of course, inevitably brought home a cold, so we're all battling colds right now and everybody's feeling a little bit under the weather. I've got a lot of writing sprints scheduled. I really thrive with body doubling and having other people kind of holding me accountable to things. And also there's this feeling of like, I don't want to let the team down, you know, even though I know they wouldn't be let down if life happened and I couldn't complete the challenge, and I would never be disappointed in someone else either. But there's just that little extra push. It'll be interesting to compare because they're very, very different challenges, but the goal is the same, to write 30,000 words in 3 days. I've leveled up from the last challenge and I've actually spiral bound my little 3-day 30K notebook, and I'm having fun filling this one in again. So I'm going to do my little quest map again and color in all of my little word trackers. Found that really motivating throughout the day to take a little break, reflect on how far I'd come so far in the day. My new notebook ready to go for that. Now I need to tidy up my office and get ready for writing. Good morning. Welcome to the start of day one. I'm talking very quietly because everybody in my house is asleep right now. I think everybody's a little bit sick. It's not great for them, but it's good from a parenting perspective because they won't need to be taken to as many playgrounds and run around as much. There will be more writing time. I have 10,000 words to write today. I'm about to hop on my first Zoom writing sprint session in the Discord group, and I'm looking forward to that. We're going to be doing 4 Pomodoros. Hopefully that will keep me going. I already wrote down my reflections this morning, thinking about why I'm doing this challenge. I feel like that's really helpful when you want to like stop or quit midway through the challenge and midway through the day each day, or at least it is for me. We shall see. It's a rainy day, so my brain always goes slower on rainy days. But yeah, I'm excited to get started. Wish me luck. Okay, we've just finished our Zoom writing sprints, and that was so good, man. I really needed that to get going for the day. We did 4 Pomodoros, so 4 25-minute sprints, and I did 3,886 words. So it's 11 a.m. I'm going to take a break, have some lunch, hang out with the fam for a bit, and then I'm going to be meeting up with some friends to do more writing sprints this afternoon. So far, I'm feeling really good, and I'm just loving the group energy so much. Keeps me going and motivated too. And I've been having a lot of fun writing this new book and like discovering what it's going to be. Do you want to have a drink roll of the dice?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 5 plus 3. What's 5 plus 3? 5. 8. Okay, so let's count 8 triangles around. Ready? 1, 2, I am back in my office after writing sprints. It was all body doubling today. I have done 11,015 words today. Guess that starting a new book in the contemporary genre would be faster than finishing a fantasy book was true. And it is. It's going a lot faster. It's like almost 4 o'clock now. Went and sprinted at a cafe for a little while, and then we went down to the beach, and that was really lovely. I always find I write faster outdoors for some reason. Hit my word count goal for today, but I have more life things on tomorrow and on Monday. Day 2 and 3 of the challenge are going to be harder to get the words in. So I might, after I cook dinner and do kid stuff and family time and things, I might have a shower and then go do a few more sprints and try and see if I can get maybe like a couple thousand more words done for today so that I can front load that. Even though we've done 11,000 words, I don't think the day is done actually. I'm gonna take a few hours now to just parent and be with the fam and do all of the household tasks and things. Once everybody's in bed asleep, I'm going to do maybe another hour or two. No 2 days are created equal. Today was shockingly fast, even for me. So I'm very happy about that. Starting a new book has lots of exciting, shiny new energy. Day 1 has started really strong, but there's always a million new hurdles every day. So I'm trying to prepare in advance while I still have all of this first day starting energy, because I know day 2 and day 3 can sometimes throw new curveballs at you. End of the day, I found the sprint bots this evening in the Discord group so motivating. One thing I found interesting was with the sprint bot, it counts how many words you did and how many words per minute you do. I found that I was averaging around 1,000, a little over 1,000 words every 25-minute sprint. It's probably a faster end of what I would normally go. But for me, I really like the fast drafting because I can have the whole story downloaded in my brain and I can get it out really quickly, and then I can go back and kind of mold it into what I want it to be in the end. But yeah, like 1,000 words every 25 minutes is over 2,000 words per hour, which means that it's only like 5 hours for me to do 10,000 words if I can keep that pace, which normally I can't. Pretty feasible for me to find 5 hours in the day if I wake up before my kids and stay up as late as them, and then, sneak away a few times during the day when they're busy doing other things or calling reinforcements. Because I knew everybody else was working at the same time as me, that competitive nature kind of kicked in, and able to like lock back into flow a little bit more and push myself in a way that I just wouldn't have the internal motivation to do on my own. It seems like it's really helping push other people in the group too, which is fantastic. Feeling really good, and I've realized the power of group challenges and body doubling and doing this with other people. 15,242 words in. Still a lot of words to go, still a lot more work to do. And yeah, we'll see how tomorrow goes. Good morning. It is 7 a.m. and the group is up and kicking, and so I'm going to have a coffee and jump into some writing sprints with everyone while everybody else is still asleep in the house. I'm going to be writing on my free write because I did a lot of writing on my laptop yesterday. I think it's good for my wrists and my fingers to like switch up what keyboards I'm using. It's day 2, so I'm technically ahead of where I need to be. So I'm going to try and get hopefully a couple more 1,000 words done this morning, and then I have a Zoom writing sprint session booked for in the group this afternoon. So hopefully between those two and then some evening writing sessions, I'll be able to meet my word count for today. We shall see how we go, but I'm gonna jump in and get some writing done this morning on the free write and start the day off with a couple writing sessions. Sitting around 3.7k so far for today. My goal today is 7.5k and my goal tomorrow is 7.5k. That is the plan, but if the inspiration hits and I feel like writing more today, I will, because I always like knowing the words are already written, because you never know what the next day will hold, especially with children. If I have the energy and momentum for it, I'm going to try and get it done today as much as I can. One thing that I have been noticing, having done quite a few of these challenges now, is that day 1, the morning is my fastest. Day 2, I go really slow in the morning. It takes me a long time to get started. And then I have a big burst of energy in the afternoon, evening. So we'll see if that's true this time again. But it is something that I've noticed, that when I try and compare morning 1 to morning 2, I always feel like I'm lagging behind morning 2. But now I've done it enough that I just realize that's a normal pattern for me and I don't stress too much about it. And I think that's one of the benefits of these challenges, is it's kind of like a stress test where you're putting yourself under a lot of intense writing pressure, and you kind of see what patterns emerge, and you learn more about yourself, your hurdles, what gets you into flow, what gets you unstuck, all of those things. And so by the end of it, you have like a much better understanding of your writing process and your patterns and what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And so I feel like even people who do this challenge and don't hit their writing goals or only get a little bit of writing done still leave with like a better understanding than when they started of how they like to work and how they like to write. So I think it's definitely worth giving it a go, even if it's not something that you seem particularly interested in, just to see if maybe some new things unlock for you, some new insights. And for me, every time I do it, I feel like I have a deeper understanding of how I work. I can hack my brain just that little bit more to go a little bit faster, get a little bit more done, stay in flow that little bit longer, more and more confident to write quickly, even outside of the challenge times. There's been a lot of people in the group going like, how do you guys guys do this so quickly? And I'm like, practice. Like, that's really the answer. When you do it enough, and every time you're analyzing what's working and what's not working, retweak and retool a little bit more each time to go faster and faster. If you're like taking your very first piano lessons, you don't want to compare to somebody who's been practicing for 4 years, right? So some people are like looking at the faster writers and going like, oh, and it's like, well, a lot of us have been doing this a lot for many, many years. And that's why, and also not just practicing writing quickly, but also analyzing our writing process so that we understand better how we can go faster. It's been really interesting to see. And now I don't think I'm allowed to move because there's a sleeping dog on my feet. What do I do?
Can't leave, the Ziggy. The cute Ziggy.
I am just under 5,000 words right now for the day, for day 2. But because I did 15,000 yesterday, I've already technically hit my goal. And actually now I think my biggest problem will be I might at some point run out of words to write because I will reach the end on Hold Your Horses. And I don't think I've ever drafted an entire book in 3 days before. So that would be bananas. Ziggy and I are here with an evening update. The Zoom sprints went fantastically. We did 4 writing sprints. Because I finished the last Zoom session sprint halfway through a scene, I decided that I would finish that scene. And then I got really excited about writing the next scene and the scene after that. My goal for today was 7,500 words, and I'm sitting at just a little over 11,000 words for today. This is the fastest I think I've ever gone, and I honestly kind of want to do a little bit more tonight because I'm getting very close to the end, which is crazy because I just started yesterday morning. I don't think I've ever drafted an entire book in 3 days. This would definitely be a first for me. Somebody's always sprinting in the group, so it's like, why not? I'll hop in and join in. I have like FOMO. But I should probably stop because I have another Zoom sprint session scheduled for tomorrow doing 4 Pomodoros. If I do too much before then, I won't have any more book to write. Also, I should say that this is the bare bones fast draft of the book, so it's probably only like half the total word count of what the book will end up being. Right now, I'm only sitting at 26,000 words. I think I'll probably hit the end at like 35K. The book eventually will probably be like 65K. I don't really do a lot of describing the characters, describing the setting. There's more scenes that will probably need to be added in to like fill the gaps of bits of information that are missing. There's a lot more editing still to be done. It's not like I hit the end and then the book is done. Far from it. The scaffolding of the story has been written. I don't think I've ever done that in 3 days before. I will let you know if I give in and decide to do a few more sprints tonight. We shall see. I'll let you know tomorrow what I end up doing. Hello, good morning. I am sitting in a beautiful sunbeam. It is 8 a.m. If you were thinking I was going to do more writing yesterday, you were right. So I hopped back in the Discord group and people were still sprinting. So I thought I'd do one more sprint. You know how that goes. One more sprint turned into 2. And all of a sudden I was at like 28,000 words overall for the last 2 days. And I thought 28,000 is really close to 30,000. I was like, okay, come on, one more thousand. And so I did it. I got to 30,000 words. Am I stopping? No. I have about 7 more scenes that I have plotted out that I want to write in my first draft of this rom-com. So I'm going to try and smash those all out today and finish the first draft of Hold Your Horses. I don't know what's come over me. Actually, I do. It's the group. The group energy has been amazing. Seeing everybody like showing up for their writing. Some people seem very motivated. Other people seem a little bit disheartened because they haven't written as much as they wanted to. But this is the thing, this is the trick that they didn't realize, is that the goal really has nothing to do with 30,000 words. The goal has everything to do with doing more for your writing than you would have done on your own. That is the real goal. Seeing people sad that they have only written like 6,000 words, and I'm like, that's 6,000, like you've written 6,000 words. That's still a whole lot of words. That's more than some people do in an entire month. And you did it in like 2 days. Ever the cheerleader, I want to go in and reframe that that for people. Like how much everyone's achieved is truly amazing. This challenge, I haven't done as many like rewards and things for myself. I haven't felt as motivated by things like prizes as I did the last challenge. And I think that's because I had the group energy. I didn't need as many like gold stars to keep me going as I just did knowing that other people were trying to get their work done, and that made me want to get my work done too. I do have a little gifty I'm going to redeem for myself if I finish this manuscript, and that is a 45-minute massage that I got a voucher for. I think it's time to call that massage in if I get to the end of this manuscript. So that is the goal. And then next week I'm away on holiday with the family. We're going on a road trip to Sydney. It's kind of perfect timing for this challenge because I'll be forced to take a break, and focus on family vacation time. And then when I come back from that holiday, it'll be time for editing. I will be sharing my editing process on this channel too, and we will do some editing vlogs together as well. Get going for the morning, do a little bit of business admin. The author life never sleeps, so I'm going to get some of my admin work done this morning, and then I'm going to hop back in and hopefully finish off this manuscript this afternoon. Hey, good afternoon. It is 12:30. It is now the afternoon. I finished all of my big parenting outings for the morning. We had lunch and I got a little bit of writing done then, about 1,000 words, but I didn't film that because kiddos were running in and out. A lot of chaotic get up, sit down, make snacks, do other things. The most appropriate thing to wear to finish off my 5th Zookeeper rom-com would be my khaki Australia Zoo hoodie. We are representing with the hoodie. We have the last Zoom writing sprints at 1 o'clock from 1 to 3. We're going to do 4 Pomodoros. I started at 0 words on this challenge, and now we're about to get to the last scenes in the book. A lot of the scenes right now are sitting around 800 to 1,000 words, and probably will be closer to 2,000 words once I fully finish them. There's a lot of scenes that still have notes of fix this later, or go in and change this, add this B plot in, stuff like that. So there's still more work to be done, but the full idea, the full story is going to be conceptualized and down on the paper, and then it'll give me lots of time and room to play with it before it needs to come out. Got 5 more chapters to go. I went a little crazy with this challenge for sure. There were so many times when if I was doing this challenge on my own, I would have just stopped for the day and thought, I hit my goal, I'm done. And instead I'm like, people are still trying, people are still going, I should get in there and go too. Every time I've done this challenge before without the group, it's felt harder to achieve than it did this time for me, for sure. So I'm definitely keen to do more of these. It's been a really amazing experience, and I've definitely gotten emotional a few times. How grateful I am for all of these people who are showing up and committing to their writing. Enough of the wishy-washy things. There's still more writing to be done. 5 more chapters to go, and then we will hit the end. Can we do it? 3 days, fast drafting a whole book? We shall see. Let's go. The Zoom writing sprint has ended, and I am at 35,140 words, and I have just hit the end on Hold Your Horses. Draft is done. I've hit the end on a whole book in 3 days. I wrote a whole book in 3 days. That feels so unreal. This sort of challenge is motivating to me on my own, but with a group, it is just wild. It got me really emotional, really in my feels today, because I'm just so proud of everybody. Storytellers are my people, and it's my favorite thing in the world to see them succeeding. We've reached the end of the book. There's no more story to tell until I go back and start doing the revisions. So I think I'm going to let this draft rest for a while, and then I'll come back to it in a couple of weeks and start my first round of edits. Going to book a massage to treat myself. I think it's important after you've written this much to take a break. But I just actually feel incredible. I feel really good. I can't believe another story exists in the world. My 33rd book. I'm looking forward to going back now and editing Dreamslayer, and then I will be going back and forth editing Dreamslayer and Hold Your Horses, my fantasy and my rom-com. We've actually added another challenge date in the beginning of July too, so now we're going to be doing July, August, and November this year for anybody who would like to join us. I will link the Discord group. I can't wait to do it again. If you'd like to join us or have any questions about these sorts of writing challenges, feel free to let me know in the comments. Thank you for coming on this adventure with me, and happy writing, friends.